Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway, home for tonight's Salute to the Troops 125, presented by Firehouse Subs. My name is Nathan Christensen, and I'm glad you could be along here tonight, live from Charlotte, race number 7 of the season. Unfortunately, last week we had to postpone an event due to lack of drivers showing up, so not ideal, but we're back this week. And we are going to bring you qualifying and then the 125 lap race from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looks like we have some cars out on the track currently, so we're going to take a look here. Take you on to the track. Looks like Tyrone is currently on track looking to set a quick time and get a position here for the 187 mile event, 125 laps, a little longer than normal. Tonight we're here from Charlotte, so we'll set the field for you here. And these guys will do some qualifying right now. Out on track, like I said, we have Tyrone is out there. Looks like Larry Garnes is out there. Don Manning on track also. Eli Raposa on track. Sean Purcell is out on track in the 04 car. Cameron Harris also out on track. Tyrone at the 31316 for Tyrone. Don Manning a better hit with a 30696, jumping him to the top of the board. Cameron Harris across the line with a 30621, that time by for Cam. Eli Raposa should be across the line. He comes out of turn 4 looking to set his first lap of the night. Down across the line, he sets it. Cameron Harris has purple segment looking to set a quicker lap time. He's able to do it. Goes quick and goes to a 3:0457 to put him at the top of the board. Let's keep an eye on track. To the front tri-oval. Not sure if he'll be able to jump up ahead of Harris, but his lap. Sean Purcell is settled for second starting spot as of right now. Christian Delgado completes his first lap. He's after the fast mark set so far by Cam Harris. And then out there now, Travis Rodriguez is on track making his qualifying attempt. Larry Garnes has wrapped up his. Christian Delgado off looking better his fifth place starting spot currently right now. Back to the trial. The number 13 car comes back down across the line. 30-701, so that moves him up into fourth. But still on top of it, 34.57. Only one left to complete his 2 laps is Travis as he comes across. Completes. Stop the clock at a 31.213 for his fastest lap. Unfortunately, that's only 8th quick on the field, so not the best lap. Not sure that's what Travis was hoping for, but that's where he will start this event from the 8th place starting spot. So all cars are qualified. Just have about 30-40 seconds left to go here in qualifying, so almost to the end of qualifying, and then we'll set the starting grid, give you the starting lineup for tonight's 125 lap race from Charlotte. This is the Blues Race Design Series presented by Holyoke Cornhole Boards and Bags on the tape delayed All-American Racing Network. Again, my name is Nathan Christensen, up in the booth, calling the action for you. 6 seconds left to go here before we set the grid and get ready for 125 laps. Let's take a quick look at the results from practice to see who was quick in practice. It looks like Sean Purcell was the quickest in practice, setting the mark at 30.467. But now that qualifying's over, it looks like Cam Harris will start from the front of this one with a 34.57. Outside him will be Sean Purcell. Let's see if we can pull up a starting lineup for tonight's event as we will head on down and take a look here as the cars get themselves situated on the front straightaway. So it looks like Cam Harris will start from the pole in his number 27 Chevy. Outside him will be the Ford 04 of Sean Purcell. Starting third from is the number 92 of Don Manning. Outside row number 2, starting fourth, will be Christian Delgado. Eli Raposo will go away from fifth in his number 46. Larry Garnes in the Hillbilly Motorsports number 20 will start in the sixth spot. Travis Rodriguez will start in seventh. And rounding out tonight's field, starting 8th, is Tyrone Yo Jr. Unfortunately, 2 drivers unable to make the call for the green flag in the starting lineup tonight. Josh Hetrick and Johnny May were here earlier, but unable to join us for the event. So, as you see, the cars start to pull away from pit road. So, Cam Harris will lead the way into down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2. As the field's doubled up, we get set to go green this time. It'll be out of turn number 4. As I said, Cam Harris is on the board outside Christian Delgado, Eli Raposo, and Larry Garnes. Travis Rodriguez and Tyrone Yo make up the 4th and final row. 8 cars will go 125 laps live tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. To the Troops 125, presented by Firehouse Subs. Pace car is down onto pit road as the starter gets the green ready. As the leaders roll into the restart zone, the Geico start zone, and green is away, and we are racing from Charlotte. Down into turn number 1. So that outside line pulls Sean in front, but keeps it close as they exit turn number 2. Heading down the back straight, Cam's able to clear the 04 and take control of this one on the lap number 1. So as they come around 3 and 4 to complete the first of 125 laps. Sean Purcell, Christian Delgado able to get around Don Manning on that opening lap, and Eli Raposo holds on the field. Back down to the start finish. Sean Purcell and the 04 machine. And then behind him, Christian Delgado runs in the 3rd spot right now. 4th one, Don Manning in that 92 machine, and then 5th one, no touch, and 7th. So far, so good for the San Antonio native. Cameron Harris leads the way in his number 27 Coors Light machine. under a blanket running there as they go to turn 24. A great view of the field. Pretty much the entire field still on the same straightaway. No one's able to really pull too far out of the way. Keep an eye on everyone up front. So that's on by. Ran a 39.42. And Christian was a little faster than him, and so was Don. So maybe a little bit of drafting help there. Not a huge race can still affect these cars down the straightaways. But right now, it's all Cam Harris out front, starting to open up. 0.1 second lead right now. 4. We'll take a look at the lap difference. Cam slowly opening his gap up each lap over the 0.4 as he continues to click off some laps. Starting to reel him in slowly. You can see the gap turning back the other way. Still continuing to close that gap. We'll take a look now back at the gap between Sean Purcell and Don Manning, who's gotten around the 13 machine up into third. The gap's staying pretty steady between those two, but as we keep our eye up front, Cam has started to move up a little higher through the corners. We'll see what lane he takes this time into. So that time right down on the bottom. A lane and a half off on entry down to the bottom as they work on exit. Back down the back straightaway. Let's keep an eye here, see if Cam, last time through 3 and 4, Cam ran the highway, see if he can change that. And he's about a lane and a half off and then cycles it down to the bottom. Maintains about a car width off the bottom. See if he can make up any time. Now only about 3 minutes in the second back, so he's gone back down from about a second and a half off. Earlier in the run. Sean on the bottom. So go side by side into turn number 3. Sean Purcell looks to make some move out of turn 4 down the stripe. With the momentum of that top group, able to propel the 27 right back out in front. Opened up a little bit of a gap that time as they were side by side last time by the line, but so far everyone's still running single file other than that little battle there we just had. But Sean isn't going away. If everyone knows him well, he's not going away. They get the run through 3 and 4. Sean draws up on the back of the 27. Looks to try to get underneath him again. Going down the front of the road. Harris will still lead the lap, but so Sean Purcell is able to get a nose out in front. Let's see how the top line fares here. As Sean, holding that bottom, uses that shorter way around and slides up in front of the 27 on the exit of turn 2 and gets himself onto the top of the scoring pylon and take over control of this event. Now let's keep an eye here on Cam Harris as he's being under attack by the number 92 Machine Ford. Looks like Don's going to try to make the same move, but entry of turns 3. 1 and 2, as they battle down the back straightaway. Still side by side, this time down the back straightaway. We're going to see if Don can make the move through 3 and 4. Still not able to get it quite done, but now they're door to door off the exit of turn 4. Slight advantage and able to slide up in front of the 92 cars. Harris has now lost 2 positions here in a handful of laps as he's unfortunately going the wrong way here. Lap 17. A little too early there in that one, and he gets up into the fence a little bit there on quarter entry, trying to get all the track width he can. He gets up into the fence, hopefully not too much damage for that number 27 Coors Light Machine. Unfortunately now back to 4th place in this field after leading the first probably about 15 laps, really uncontested until the 0-4 put a move on him and was able to get back by him. But here they come, turn number 4 down to a strike. The leader and has led for the last handful of laps is the number 4. Illinois. So as I mentioned, tonight's race a little bit longer, about 15 extra miles. I think it worked out to be. Oh, Sean into the wall. Now that time off of turn 4. Looks like he's wrinkled up some fenders and definitely Don looks to make a move to the inside. Had to use the grass, but was able to move in the right direction after he bounced it off the wall there. Don Manning now saw that happen right in front of him, and these 4 are still right nose to tail. Don Manning hopefully looking to take advantage of that mistake, which wrinkled up the front right front fender. Well, if I could talk, it'd be a good night. The right front fender all wrinkled up on that 04 car. You can kind of see here but the 92 is hounding him now, looking to make that move, capitalize on that small mistake. Not often to see a mistake out of the driver of that 04 car, so when he does make one, the guys behind him have to capitalize on it. And this is moves to the bottom. See if you can pull even with the 0-4 out of turn 3, out of 4, down the front straight. He's got the nose to the inside. Pinch him a little bit down just to take his momentum away. Unable to do it now. Don looks to the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Unable to hold that bottom line. Rolls up, gets a little tight on entry. Let Sean and the 0-4 Blue Machine pull back out in front. As we're watching that battle, let's not count out Christian Delgado running right now in 3rd spot and keeping pace with these guys up front. Looking to make a move, potentially, if one of these 2 guys makes a mistake here in this event. But as of right now, Don had a chance there last time into turn 1, wasn't able to capitalize. Let's see if he can get by him this time as he tries to make the same move. And he's able to hold the bottom this time through 1 and 2, get a good run off the corner and down the back straightaway. Not able to get up beside him quite yet, but still right in his tire tracks, trying to get this move done. ahead as they enter turn 1 and 2 now. Don holds the bottom, gets a little tight through the center, had to back off the gas, but still has a quicker run around the bottom as these guys go side by side. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Roll through 3 and 4, still side that time. As this time by, Don Manning looks to be in the driver's seat as they come across, and he will lead his first lap of the event on number 25. Now these two guys battling side by side has opened the door and tightened up this battle for second, third, and fourth as these guys are still nose to tail. One heck of a battle going on out there in the early stages of this one. Only 25 laps complete. But we have 4 drivers all within under a second of each other, half a second pretty much right there. See them all on your screen as they roll through turns 4, down the front straightaway. Here they come right into your living room, folks. Still have a challenge here on the Purcell machine. Looks to the inside through 1 and 2. Is able to hold that bottom, get a great run off the corner. And he's looking to bring Cam Harris with him. Can Cam also make the same move using the same line as they work down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Cam Harris holds that bottom over Sean Purcell, looking to get that spot also. So being the leader hasn't been the best place to be early in this event. Cam Harris led the first opening stint, and then he went backwards a little bit. Then Sean took over control. He got up into the fence on corner exit of 4 and damaged that front fender, and now he's going the wrong way, but he's able to fend off Harris for now down the back straightaway. Back up front and keep our eyes on the 13 machine as he goes to battle, hopefully shortly, with the 92. The 92 of Manning opens up about a quarter of a second lead as they work down the back straightaway on lap number 29. As we come around to complete lap number we complete lap number 29 of this one. So let's see. As I mentioned, Don Manning out of Claremont, New Hampshire, continues to lead the way in his number 92 Ford. Banging on his back bumper, though, is Abilene, Kansas's Christian Delgado in his number 13 Ford. Running in fourth, completing a trifecta of Fords, is the 04 Bluey machine out of Rockford, Illinois, of Sean Purcell. And running in fourth currently is the pole sitter and early race leader, the number 27 of Cameron Harris, and his Coors Light. Running in fifth, a little ways back off the lead group, is the number 7 Toyota of Travis Rodriguez. He's out of San Antonio, Texas. Running in sixth, after a little brief contact with the wall earlier in the event, out of Charleston, West Virginia, is Larry Garnes and his number 20 Camaro, representing Hillbilly Motorsports. Tyrone Yo, another Ford in the field, representing TBJ Motorsports, as he runs around currently in the 7th position. And then rounding out our field, 3 spots down from his original starting spot, unfortunately, out of Westport, Massachusetts, Eli Raposa in his number 46 Camaro. So that's a look through the field around lap number 30. We go back up front as we look to have a battle for the lead this time, down into turns 1, 3, and 4. Right on the bottom, not giving him any room, Don Manning and Christian Delgado, door to door, off of turn number 4, down to the front straightaway. Here they come. Let's see who leads the lap. Right now, it's Christian Delgado. He's able to lead and try to get up in front of Don. able to make the move, slide up in front of him. Now he is. Christian gets the spot and takes over the top of the scoring pylon on the exit of turn number 2 on lap number 33. Lots of great racing here in this one so far tonight, as we've seen a handful of lead changes now. We've had 3 different leaders and 4 different leaders. I apologize, as all top 4 guys, all still a second of each other, but they have all led at different points here in the first 30 laps, so hopefully we can keep this excitement going for you the rest of the way through this one. Not often we're able to see the top 4 run in this close formation. So far, that's what we're getting as they come off of turn 4 back down the start finish line. Delgado in it. Torres continuing to lead the way with struggles. Travis Rodriguez in 5th. So far, the biggest move of the race is that number 13 of Delgado, up 3 spots from his 4th place starting position. Looking strong here early in this one. Off number 35 this time by. We're going to take a quick break and get a word in from our sponsor, and we'll be right back. But you're watching the Salute to the Troops 125, presented by Firehouse Subs from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Back to more racing action right after this. With over 25 years experience, Lucky Dog Detailing offers the best of the best in vehicle reconditioning, fully licensed and insured. Their number 1 goal is customer satisfaction and developing a friendship with each job. Call them at 704-401-6075 or visit them on the web at luckydogdetailing.com. Lucky Dog Detailing, the best of the best in vehicle reconditioning. This race brought to you in part by Blue Gray Plastic Fabrication, repair, design, and fabrication of plastic holding tanks and plastic form products. With over 50 years of combined experience working in plastic fabrication, Blue Gray has achieved a reputation of one of the foremost custom fabrication leaders in the industry. Find them on the web at bluegrayplasticfab.com or call 704-226-7024 and get a quote for your next project. That's Blue Gray Plastic Fabrication. Now back to trackside action with the ORR Lawn Care Truck Racing Series of the All-American Racing League.
Welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway. While you're gone, looks like a bunch of guys start to make pit stops. So we've had a handful of guys on pit road. Sean Purcell, Travis Rodriguez, Eli Raposa, and Larry Garnes have all completed their first stop of the race and are all back on track and back up to speed. But Christian Delgado continues to lead the way here as we're looking to complete lap number 40. Right now on track, Christian continues to lead the way over Don Manning, Cam Harris, Tyrone Miller. Those 4 have yet to complete any pit stops here in this event, but Sean Purcell, Travis Rodriguez, Eli Raposa, and Larry Garnes all have come down and completed their first of a couple scheduled stops, I would think, tonight. You see the gap between first, second, and third. about a second and 3/4 between Delgado and Manning, and then it's about 4.5 back to Harris, and then almost 3/4 of a lap back to Tyrone Yo. Then you got Sean Purcell, Travis Rodriguez, both 1 lap down at this point because the leader has not stopped. Eli Raposo, then Larry Garnes, currently 2 laps down. Oh, you got the 46 car up into the wall. Eli Raposo made contact on turn exit, getting into the wall, unfortunately, as he tried to make a lap back on the 13, not able to get it done. He's going to lose some ground definitely after that contact. Looks like the number 13, the third place runner of Don Manning, and now on to pit road. So Don Manning is now completing his first pit stop of the event. But still on track. Battle for first is Christian Delgado and Cameron Harris now. 2 cars still haven't pitted, as well as the 2 of Tyrone Yo. So the top 3 still haven't come to pit road as they still work here under green flag conditions. So far 43 laps complete as all still under green. No cautions yet in this one. As Cam Harris makes his way down pit road, gets down to the maximum speed that is eligible to be used on pit road. He gets on the binders. So now just leaves 2 cars left on track. Christian Delgado and his number 13 Ford, and Tyrone Yo and his number 2 Ford. The only 2 drivers left to pit in this event. Not exactly sure what the total distance is these guys can run on a full tank of fuel, but I'm sure it's getting down to the nitty gritty. If everyone's pitted except for a handful of guys, that means that the strategy is kind of showing itself. It looks like the 2 cars slowing to make his entry to pit road. That's correct. 2, Tyrone Yo gets down off the banking on the pit roads. Here comes Christian Delgado. Ooh, he locks him up coming to pit load. Hopefully he was able to keep it under the speed limit, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully no black flag, but that means Sean Purcell now, as he works his way through turns 1 and 2, if he can make it all the way back around, he will be your race leader. So just taking a look, looks like Christian Delgado was able to avoid the black flag for speeding on pit road, so no penalties through that round of pit stops. And now Sean is looking to make up some ground and get out in front of your leader, who is currently on pit road. So it looks just like that. Sean Purcell moves it back up to the top of the board. We'll see how far of a gap he opened up with the undercut over the Christian Delgado 13. So Christian just rolling through the bottom of 1 and 2, getting back up to speed as he's able to merge back onto the speedway here just as he gets onto the back straightaway. So only loses 1 position, but the 7 of Travis Rodriguez, who pitted early also, he's now up from his 5th place into 3rd and banging on the back bumper of the number 13. So the undercut obviously worked to these guys' advantage. The 7 has made up 3 or 4 spots, and the 04 was able to propel himself back up into the lead. So great work by the pit crews, great work by the drivers getting on and off of pit road. Sean Purcell's pit stop was a 15:15 with a 42:78 pit lap time. That's from Christian Delgado had a 15:13 pit stop with a 42:63 pit lane time. So right there together, Christian was actually a little bit quicker on and off of pit road. But it didn't pay off because Sean opened up an 8-second lead. So those new tires clearly paid dividends to the 04 Purcell machine, as he was able to open up some ground between himself and his close competitor now, Delgado. Travis Rodriguez pitted on lap 37, so the same lap as Sean, and he led and he was on pit lane for 43.92 seconds with a 15:42 pit stop time. So that's got him, and again, those new tires being out there, those extra laps so far has really definitely helped him catapult his way into the third position. So he is running behind Tyrone Yo, but Tyrone is currently down 1 lap to the race leader, as he has unfortunately been put on the lap by the Purcell machine. Let's see here. We'll take a look at the pit strategy. So you can see Sean Purcell pitted on lap 37. Delgado waited till lap 46. Rodriguez was in on 37. Manning 42. Harris 44. So a lot of different strategy amongst those top 5. Harris is the one who loses out as he's dropped back a few spots, down 4 from his original starting position as he rolled off from the pole. But I think the key is the pit lane time. So there you see it, right? 42.8, 42.6, 43.9, 45, and 44. So definitely Purcell and Delgado, quickest on and off pit road, as well as the quickest pit stop times for those two guys. So that's what we want to see out of these pit crews and these drivers getting the job done, on getting on and off pit road, as well as the action on pit road. So we'll cycle back and take a visit of that a little later in the race once these guys start to make their second pit stops. One thing I want to remind you, in about 10 laps from now, the halfway bonus points will be awarded, as this is race number 3 of the Center of the Bubble Halfway Challenge Series. The top 5 drivers in the field will each receive bonus points at the halfway mark. Bonus points are 20, 18, 16, 14, and 12 for the top 5. So on the completion of lap number 63, that's when we'll award the bonus points. Lots of bonus points always on the line here with the series, as we have a lot of points for laps led, most laps led, and then obviously the 4 races with the halfway bonus points are big events here, and lots of chance to make up ground on these guys. Keep an eye on the running order here as we approach the halfway point of this Salute the Troops 125 presented by Firehouse Subs from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's the Blues Race Design Series presented by Holyoke Cornhole Bags and Boards on the All-American Racing Broadcasting Network. My name is Nathan Christensen. Up here in the booth, we're doing, unfortunately, a tape-delayed version, as we weren't able to get up live before the race started, so posted on YouTube, I believe, on Facebook at the completion of tonight's events. But for now, we're going to why don't we take a ride around this place on board with the number 04 as he works his way down the back straightaway. Obviously, that time by, you could see from that zoomed-in camera still some damage to the right-hand side of that vehicle. Obviously, that was probably when he got up into the fence there earlier on the exit of turn 4 in this one. Not able to, doesn't seem to have used the fast repair quite yet. Not the end of the world. But with I said that, I'm just looking at, I want to take a look at something here because Christian is on the move. Let's jump on board here and take a look at Christian. So Christian has cut the lead down from 5.3 seconds on lap 54 to 2.2 seconds on lap 58. So he is rolling quick and rolling that lead away right now of that 04 car. So it'll let it update this time by the line, see what the gap is. Let's take a look at one other thing here. We're going to take a look at the speed difference between these guys. So there you see Delgado has been about 3/4 of a second, if not more, quicker over the last handful laps, and now they're in the same car. So as they work down the front straightaway there, you can see them working across the line. That time by 3/4 of a second, 7/10 of a second quicker was the 13 machine that time, as Travis Rodriguez onto pit lane. Travis Rodriguez onto pit lane. Looked like he might have had a problem on entry. Let's see if we can see a replay of what happened here. Looks like he tried to get onto pit lane. Down to pit lane speed and just pulls off to the side. So Travis might be done for the night, unfortunately. Not sure. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see how that develops. But right now, as we go back to this one, we got a battle for the lead. Delgado to the inside of the 04 through turns 3 and 4. He is able to get the nose right in front and get the pass completed. So just like that, we have ourselves a new leader in this one, as the 13 of Christian Delgado jumps back on board, back on top of the board. Sorry, that is here on lap number completion of lap number 62. So he took it from a 2.26 second deficit at lap 58 and turned it into a 1.167 lead, almost half a second lead at lap 63. So that's pretty crazy. Great turnaround for Christian. I don't know if it's the damage that's holding or slowing down the 04 at this point, or if the difference in tires is really that big of a deal. But as they come around to complete lap 63, it looks like Christian is going to score the most points in the halfway challenge. We'll get the second top points, 18. Then the 92 will get 16. Cam, 15. And Rosa in the 46 will get 12 points on the halfway bonus. So Christian opens up the lead, continues to pull away from that 04 car as they work their way around the track on lap number 65. There you can see the gap. Doesn't look like much, but it's over a second and a half, which is a long way in a short amount of time. He's able to open up that lead so far. Let's take a look back, see where Don Manning is. Don Manning running back in the third place. And then Cameron Harris not separated by much. There you can see them as they work through turns 3 and 4. Cameron Harris trying to get a spot on, maybe spot on the field. Unable to get it done quite yet, but now they got lap cars side by side in front of them, dancing and juking and jiving on the entry of turn 1. Hopefully these guys are able to make quick work of the lap cars. As Manning looks to the inside of Raposa down the back straightaway, he's going to look to the inside of the 2 on the 4. Now we got 2 lap cars on the outside, the 2 lead lap cars on the outside. Able to get clear of Tyrone's number 2 quite yet, but they should be able to do it this time by. So it looked like Travis, looked like poking in there 3 wide, thought better of that. Oh no, Don down onto the flat, comes back up and takes out the 2 car. That is not what we needed to happen. Big wreck as Don got really loose going into turn 1 and just creamed the 2 car. See him down on the apron, not really able to control, and just unfortunately Tyrone Yo, wrong place, wrong time. Same with the 46 as the lead lap car has claimed 2 cars. Victimized 2 cars there on that one. So I'm not sure why he didn't try to slow up. Maybe he just wasn't able to, but that's not a good look right now for Don, as he just cleaned out a couple cars there who were just trying to hold the line and get their way to the back, get out of the way of the lead lap cars. So unfortunate turn of events, but that brings us under caution for the first time in the Salute to the Troops 125 here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. 68 laps complete, coming to the completion of 69, but everyone is headed down pit road. And with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Back to more racing action right after this. This race sponsored in part by Graham Collision, professional automotive collision repair specialist. Visit either of their Iowa locations in Waukee and Urbandale for your collision repair and vehicle body work. Like them on Facebook or visit GrahamCollision.com. Graham Collision, unparalleled support, unbeatable assistance. For the best selection of quarter midget parts online, look no further than FMI Racing. FMI Racing, helping racing enthusiasts everywhere achieve new levels of performance and quality in their vehicles with parts and gear. Give them a call at 770-720-1003 or visit fmiracing.com. 2092 Harmony Drive, Canton, Georgia. FMI Racing. Now back to trackside action with the ORR Lawn Care Truck Racing Series of the All-American Racing League.
As day turns in tonight, we got a great shot from the Goodyear blimp can over the Charlotte Motor Speedway as we are working lap number 69 in the Salute to the Troops 125 presented by Firehouse Subs here on the All-American Racing Broadcasting Network. Christian Delgado was the winner. He was able to win the race off pit road, so he will lead us back to the green flag when the field gets ready to go back racing at this time, at that point. But right now, working lap number 71, like I said, from Charlotte. Looks like it's going to be Delgado, Harris, and Purcell. Manning is on pit road, probably trying to get some of that damage fixed that he ended up getting when he took out a couple of lap cars inadvertently. It was wrong place, wrong time, unfortunately, for the Raposa number 46 and the 2 of Tyrone Yo. Hopefully Tyrone is able to join us. Looks like Eli has already dropped off and won't be completing the end of this event, but still a couple, still 6 cars still out on track. Tyrone is still in pit road, unfortunately. So it looks like hopefully we'll get the white flag this time by from the starter, as it's going to be, like I mentioned, the 13 of Delgado, the 27 Harris will be on the front row. Then we'll have the 04 Purcell and Larry Garns now back on the lead lap and back in the fight. Don Manning didn't lose any laps, and he'll be in 5th position. That time across the line, caution lights go out. That means the pace truck will be returning to the safety of the infield next time across the line. As looks like, Larry will have to drop to the back as the recipient of the Lucky Dog Award. So Larry will start behind Don. So there'll be 4 cars on the inside, 1 car on the outside, just because of the way the single file lineup is. So the field will be left in the control of the 13 Ford Mustang of Christian Delgado. Outside him, Cam Harris, and behind him is now the 04 of Purcell, the 92 of Manning, and the 20 of Garnes. So like I said, 72 laps complete as we are past the halfway point now on this one, so it's all downhill from here, as they say. Pace cars off. Field now in the control of the 13 as they hit the Geico restart zone. Green is back out and away we go. Rocket down into turn 1. Christian's able to get the jump on Harris on the outside. Now it's the 04 of Purcell looking to the inside, able to get that move done easily as Harris drops back to third spot. Down the back straightaway, it's Delgado, Purcell, and Harris now battling 1, 2, 3, 4. John looks to make a move on the inside through turns 3 and 4. Gets right up to the door, a little tight, holds the bottom. He is not able to get the job done quite yet as they cross the line in the completion of lap 73. Now he gets his nose out ahead on the entry of turns 1 and 2, and hopefully he's able to slide up in front. He didn't slide up in front. Christian came down to the bottom to use the top to bottom momentum off the corner, and now he looks to follow down the 04 down in the back straightaway. Lets off a little earlier than the 04, but drives it in a little bit. Gets a better run through the center. Is able to close that gap back up. There you go. Top 5 cars, nose to tail as they run through the flyover. Lap number 74 off the board. We work 50 laps to go as we work lap number 75 here from Charlotte. Battle rages on for second, third, and fourth. Don Manning now up in the third spot, getting around the 27. Don now looking to make his move for the second spot on the 13 Christian machine, the Delgado machine. Not able to do it yet, but now right in the tire tracks as they head down the back straightaway. See if he switches lines and dives to the bottom. He does. Dives to the bottom into turn 3, door to door, side by side. Christian pushes up a little through the middle of the corner, letting Don slide up in front of him on turn exit. And Christian turn it back down. Manning doesn't bring anything through the travel, goes right down to that blue line on the inside, but now Christian's got to run on him, entering turns 1 and 2. Doesn't take it as Don dives back down to the bottom, holds that blue line as Christian now will drop off a little bit, running back in the third spot. As you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, Tyrone Rowe, no bumper and all, running the field in this one. Just going to make some laps here, trying to get to the end of this one. 10 laps down, unfortunately, at this point for Tyrone Rowe. But we'll continue to battle up front. Sean Purcell opens up the gap just like he did earlier in the race. He's up about a second and a quarter over the second place car of the number 2 of the beginning. And Christian Delgado right behind him. There you see the top 5, top 6 actually. All cars running on the tracker there. And that's the shot as they all head down the back straightaway. Obviously not the best of dynamics on the 2 Tyrone Rowe machine with the open wheel, no nose cap. So a tough night again for Tyrone, and not the night he was looking for, unfortunately. He'll look to bounce back next week. Sean Purcell leading the way since the drop of the green flag. He's able to make the move on both Cam Harris for second and then get by Christian for third. And Don Manning now is trying to track him down. Last time by the start-finish line, Don was 2/10 quicker than the year before. Carlos, who was what it is on lap 80. There's updates. He's now quarter second open, closing the gap and making faster lap times right now in the race than that 0-4 machine. So we'll keep an eye on that. There's the top three as they run. So both Manning and Delgado running quicker lap times right now than Sean's 0-4 Blue Ford Mustang. Let's see what they are at 81. So on lap 81, Delgado had a bad lap. He was a quarter of a second slower that time, so gave it all back. But Manning still a little quicker than Sean. Not enough to make a dent in it yet, but still in the green. So that's a good thing for Don as he makes up some track time with only 44 laps to go. Don's been able to cut it down by about half, from 1.14 seconds down to 0.72 last time by the line. Down the back straight, you can see the gap opening up between Manning and the team as the gap continues to hold steady between Don and the car in front of him. Let's see if we can jump on board three. To ride around for a couple laps. We rode on board, you can see that basically the gap got smaller there between Don and the 0-4. So into that lead on the back straight. So Purtell, half a 2/10 quicker that time by on lap 87. So we'll see what comes of it next time by the line. This time he's able to get a run off of turn 4. See if he can get it underneath. Passes to not able to get it done quite yet. They roll down into turn 1 and 2, but definitely Don's got the momentum here on his side, working that back bumper over as they roll through turns 3 and 4. So Don was quicker the past 2 times around. Not by much that last lap, but enough to make a difference, obviously, as he gets a great run off of 4. Last time he tried to stick his nose under Sean, he kind of didn't necessarily cut him off, but Sean moved to the bottom to block the run, and then was able to get the lead, keep the lead, but the gap opening a little bit that time off of turn 2. You can visibly see the lead a little bigger. But this is a great battle we're going to see develop here over the last 35 laps as we work our way to the completion of the Salute to the Troops 125 presented by Firehouse Subs. Don to the inside, out of turn number 4. Is able to get side by side across the line. Not quite, but remember that top higher run there. But now Don drives it in on the bottom. Can't hold it. Gets a little tight on corner entry and pushes up. That opens the door for the 0-4 to pull out back in front. Some great battling going on here up front with the 0-4 Purcell, the 92 of Manning. That's not count out the 13 though. Christian Delgado showed his muscle earlier in this race, flexed his muscle and got his way to the top of the pylon. Now he's running back in 3rd. Larry Garns is coming off of pit road. Is between him and the 2nd place car, but for right now the battle up front is between the top 2, Sean Purcell and Don Manning. Their way back across the line, back into turn 1, 31 laps to go this time by. Garns with some fresh tires after a late race pit stop, looking to try to get his lap back if he can get past both Don and Sean here in the late running. But right now, just trying to stay out of the way while still trying to get his lap back. It's a fine line to bounce. Able to go around the top of the 92. Oh, gets into the wall a little bit, slows him down, but can't hit the front too much. Not exactly the best way to do it, but he's able to get around the 92 now as he'll hunt down the 0-4 and try to get back to 1 lap down instead of 2 at this point. But as we ride around still, it's the 0-4 leading the way. 29 laps to go from Charlotte. That time out of 4, able to keep it off the fence and get his lap back. That time around, trying to take off now and see, hope for a late race caution as he's now in the lucky dog position. So he's hoping for maybe a caution to get the field bunched up and get that wave around because of the lucky dog. But right now, down the back straightaway, there's the gap between 1st and 2nd. There's a roll from number 3 and 4. Gap's definitely opened back up to about a second between the runner-up, Don Manning, and the leader, currently. can see on track the running order and how far apart guys are. So it looks like Christian is just coming down the back straightaway. Not far off. He's not too far out of it. Only about 3.2 seconds behind the leader at this point. There's Cam Harris all the way back on the back straightaway, crossing about a half a track behind. It looks like. So there you see on the bottom left hand of your screen, Sean Purcell in the 04 leading the way. And Christian Delgado 1.2 seconds back for Don and 3.2 for Christian. 26 laps to go. Both those guys probably maybe holding out for a caution. They know that Sean is good on the short run. They got a good jump on that last restart and pulled away from these guys. So I don't know if they want to give him another opportunity at that, but as I say that, it looks like pit stops are happening. Sean Purcell onto pit road. Don Manning onto pit road. Let's make sure no one got any speeding penalties. No black flags for either of them, so they are both clean and green on pit road. So as these guys come down to pit road to complete what will be their final stop of the race, they both pull into their pit boxes. Getting the tires changed. We'll see how long Christian stays out here. Can we know the damage the faster tires? We know the damage the tires caused by staying out, but he hasn't come down pit road yet. But he has both Don and Kyle are now, or Sean, sorry, are now one lap down in this one. So Christian continues to stay out on track and lead this race. Got some more laps to his total so far in this event. Cameron Harris also staying out on track, not down on pit road quite yet. He's 18 seconds off the lead, but still on track. So we'll see how this plays out here over the last 23 laps now. Everyone but two cars now one lap down. Delgado, Harris still haven't pitted. Purcell and Manning both came down on lap 100. So they roughly, I think, split this last kind of segment in half, right? The last time these guys were on pit road was under the caution flag at lap 69. And then Sean and Don came down on lap 100 for their final stop. So should be interesting how this plays out. Let's bring back up the track map so we can keep an eye on who's who out there. So you can see Christian has about a quarter of a straightaway lead over the two lap cars of the 04 and the 92. And I'm sure as he stays out there, the longer that gap will close down every lap. And then you can see Cam actually over half a lap down to the leader at this point, as he just crossed the halfway point of the back straightaway. And Christian now is just exiting turn 2. So we'll keep an eye on Cam, see if he's trying to hyper save and make this right to the end. Not exactly sure on the full length of the fuel run, but as I say that, looks like the 13 car is diving onto pit road. So the 13 is on pit road. There you see the 04 and the 92 go by on the left-hand part of your screen. They will take over, get back on the lead lap, that is, and maybe we'll see the 27. Will he be coming down pit road this time as he's running through 3 and 4 now? Nope, not diving down to pit road quite yet. So now we see the 04 and the 92 working their way through 3 and 4. Should easily be able to pull back in front of Delgado this time and get past him for second. But with the 27 still out on track, he still has those guys not far, but they are behind him. Everyone's on the same lap now. No one's down a lap anymore. So the 04 now up in second, the 92 in third, and the 13 exiting pit road there. You can see him. He'll join the field now in fourth. Keep in mind, like I mentioned, Cam Harris hasn't been down pit road, so we'll see how long he's going to run this one out. Not winning points by any means, so trying what he can to secure a victory, right? If you're not running for points, the next best thing is a win, I think. So that's what he's going out for, maybe. But we're under 20 to go that time by. We're going to take our last commercial break of the day, and we'll be right back after these words.
Back to more racing action right after this. Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system? Look no further. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. G-Tech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at mygtech.com. G-Tech, 5346 BBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. G-Tech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holio. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holio on Facebook. Holio, made to order cornhole bags and boards. Now back to trackside action with the ORR Lawn Care Truck Racing Series of the All-American Racing League.
Welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway Blues Race Designs. Salute to the Troops 125, presented by Firehouse Subs. Here on the Blues Race Design Series, presented by Holio Cornhole Bags and Boards. Sorry about that, mouse went to the wrong spot. As Cameron Harris continues to lead the way, but the lead is down to 3.6 seconds over two guys who have not pitted, or who have pitted to Cam Harris not pitting. So let's take a look here. We'll leave that up on screen. We'll close that and we'll bring up our pit history length. So there you can see it. Harris currently on a 41 lap stint. Longest he ran earlier in the race. Earlier in the race was 44. 46 was Delgado's first stint. So not sure he can make it to the end. Hoping for a caution, but the gap is winding down though. So everyone pitted at a little bit different time. Delgado stayed out a little later, cost him some ground as he dropped back to fourth. But with the 27 still out there unpitted, he should be able to get back onto the podium. So we'll keep our eye on that. But like I said, they are closing in. Let's see if we can switch to a camera angle that shows them coming down the back straightaway. We'll see if we can catch them on the front straightaway. See how the gap is. See, let's quickly flash to the screen. Down under 2 seconds now from Sean Purcell up to the 27. There they are, second and third on the hunt. You know, they probably should play the Jaws soundtrack, because it's what they're doing. Hunting down that 27 Coors Light machine to try to get to the top of the scoring pylon once again. We've had a great race tonight from the drop of the green flag. We've had 4 different leaders at different points of this race, different pit strategy obviously playing into that. Caution in the middle of the race, bringing out our one and only caution around, I think it was around lap 60. Was it around lap 69 or was 69? Yeah, it was after the halfway point, so the caution came out. Everyone got the chance to put the same kind of pit strategy in the middle part of the race. And then now we're going to play it out to the end. So Cam Harris comes across the line, 11 laps to go. Just a matter of time now before he gets eaten up, and I think the battle will be on between the 92 and 04. Under 0.2 of a second. Looked like they're going to get him down the back straightaway, and if not, through 3 and 4 this time by. There we go. As Sean Purcell gets by on the bottom. Now it should be a battle between the 92 as we come down to the line. Get the 10 fingers in the air. 10 laps to go from Charlotte. If Don's got anything for him, now's the time to use it. Sean kind of running a middle to bottom line down the straightaway, not something we're used to seeing. but he's taking that bottom lane away on corner entry. And he goes up high, uses the high line, but that opens the door for Don. Down the front straightaway, they go side by side through the trial. Not sure who led that lap. Looks like it's Don Manning, though. Edges out in front on turn 1. Now Don on the bottom. Sean outside of him, rolling through 3 and 4. Down the back straight, a little bit of momentum on the top side. Not enough to get them back door to door. Sean rubs the fence a little that time. Down into turn 3. Still in the same position, side by side. 92 on the bottom, 0-4 up top. Is he able to clear him out of turn 4? That time he is. The 92 slips up in front of the 0-4. This time by the line, 8 laps to go. As we are got a humdinger on our hands here to finish this one out. Don slowed up a little earlier, causing the 0-4 to get a little bit out of rhythm there, but able to open up a little bit of a gap, up to 2 thousandths of a second, so 0.200 the gap now. As Sean rolls it back in now to the back bumper, as these guys have opened up a lead of 2.7 seconds over Christian Delgado as he's rolling that gap down too, as Cam Harris, obviously with not pitting, is now dropped back to about 7.4 seconds. But 7 laps to go that time across the line, as Larry Garns holds the top line, lets the leaders race by underneath, doing the gentleman's thing here. The 20 Hillbilly Motorsports Camaro, letting these guys roll the bottom and get on to the racing. So down the back straightaway, we got the 0-4 still chasing the 92. Not able to get anything done quite yet, but off a turn number 4 this time. We'll get 6 to go. Oh, tight off of the corner for the 92, pushing hard. Got him a little tight. Through 3 and 4. That's opened up the door to let the 0-4 close the gap a little. Not quite back up to the back bumper, but definitely still there. Something you guys want to keep an eye on the distance back to that number 13 car. Down under 2 seconds. Closing the gap pretty quickly on these guys, that's for sure. Come across 5 fingers in the air from starter Barney. 5 laps to go from Charlotte. Don Manning continues to pace the field here late in this one with the Sean Purcell's number 0-4 kind of falling back a little bit. Still continues to lead the way as they work off the field. Coming into complete lap number 121. So Christian has kind of leveled out a little bit. He's still 1.8, 1.9 seconds behind the leader, so not gaining as much ground as he did earlier, but definitely still gaining a little bit each lap. 4 laps to go is not going to be enough to close in a 2 3/4, I wouldn't think, but stranger things have happened. So there you can see the gap closing as we got 3 laps to go. Battle is between, right now, the 92, the 0-4, and the 13. 13 is definitely the fastest car on the track, as you can see all the green across the bottom of that shot. Sean Purcell definitely slower that time, so Sean is falling back into the clutches of that 13. Just a little bit every lap, but only 2 laps to go. Oh no, Don up into the fence off of turn 2. That could change everything. Is Sean able to capitalize? Not quite yet. So didn't kill all the momentum now, but Don Manning certainly not the lap he wanted to. Off of turn 4. Still leads down to the white flag. 1 lap to go. This time by the line. Don Manning has about a 2/10 second lead. As long as he keeps it clean, I think, and off the wall, he should have it as he's running the bottom, the shorter distance around, which has proved to be the quick way around for the most part tonight. Off of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Looking to see if Sean can make a move. All over the back bumper. Looks to make a move on the outside. Side by side, maybe. Oh, drifts up a little bit. Don gets up into the fence. Sean gets up into the fence. I apologize. Off of turn number 4. Down to the start-finish line. Don Manning is going to pick up his first victory of the year in the Blues Race Design Series. Salute to the Troops 125, presented by Firehouse Subs. And that is Sean Purcell finishing in second. And the 13, Christian Delgado, battling back to finish within half a second of those guys. That got pretty interesting for sure there at the end. I'm sure it's not the way, not the way that Don wanted it to finish, but he's able to hold on and get the win here. So let's see if we can dial up some interviews here. Just give me 1 second.
No, I'm not. I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, Christian, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Nathan.
Hey, Christian, great run out there. Thanks for joining us tonight. Obviously, a little bit short on picking up the victory, but strong effort reeled those guys in at the end. How was that out there for you tonight?
Yeah, man, it was fun, racing here. Really like these Xfinity cars, especially that Charlotte, man. I don't know, something clicks around here. It might be just because of how smooth and how consistent you can be here, but yeah, I knew I was probably one of the better tire savers in the field, so at the start I kind of let Sean and Don and Cam go, let them kind of burn their stuff up, and kind of slowly picked my way off, and had a solid lead going up in the green flag pit stops, and that caution came out. I don't know who it was between, but kind of shook up the pit strategy, and then I saw Don and Sean pit, and it was a little bit earlier than I expected, and it kind of forced me to go down with them, and fortunately, just since they short pitted me, I just couldn't get back up to them in time, and was probably 5-ish laps too short, but take a P3.
All right, thanks again for joining us, Christian. Who do you want to thank for helping you get out here tonight?
Yeah, you got to thank Peter, owner of No Bucks Motorsports. Can't really race with us, but got to thank him for giving me the opportunity to put me on this team with Sean and Don. No Bucks Motorsports 123, so we love to see that. But got to thank Peter for putting trust in me to come out here and run. Got a shout out to Sean and Don, racing me super clean all race and having good finishes. I thank my sponsors, Bully Dog Coffee Company. Thank you, Patrick, for so much for letting me have your stuff on my car. Got a shout out to Track Racer, Butt Kicker, JJ's Paint Shop. Does a great job making these schemes for me. And then shout out to the people over at twitch.tv/ChristianBoss13. They expect solid finishes out of me, and they're here celebrating with me with this P3. And then gotta thank you for broadcasting these races. Couldn't do it without you. These broadcasts really does incentivize us to race as clean as we can and as good as we can.
All right, thanks, Christian. We'll see you on Sunday, maybe at the truck race.
Yep, thanks a lot, buddy.
All right, that was Christian, your third place finisher tonight. We're going to see if we can get a word with Sean Purcell now, second place. Hey, Sean, you got a copy?
I do.
Sean, great run out there. Obviously, one position short of where you wanted to be on top of the podium, but still a great effort for you. Obviously, got a good lead going there in the middle. Christian was able to chase you down, but I think it was a solid effort from everyone out there tonight. Great racing all around.
Yeah, I mean, I tried pretty hard to get that lead early in the first run and then stuffed my car in the wall real bad. Fast repaired when I pitted like 20 laps later, but I lost so much time. And then again, when Christian ran me down that second run, I'd put in the wall again. I didn't think it was that bad, but it was 30 seconds of damage. Luckily that caution came out because I would have been driving around with that the rest of the race. Man, that finish was an all-time classic right there for me. I may not have won it, but I don't think Don intentionally hit me with like 6 to go to get that pass, but even if he did, I respect it because it didn't wreck me or anything. He just enough for him to get the pass, and I'm running him down. He puts it in the wall. That last lap and a half, I'm running him down even closer, and unfortunately in the last corner, I tried to get right on his quarter panel, and he washed up the tiniest bit and got more contact, and I just gunned it, put it in the wall, and bounced off of it, and almost got him anyway. So that was an awesome finish for me. I'm like giddy. It was so fun. I may not have won, but this is the kind of racing that I'm here for.
All right, well, I'm glad you guys can put on a great show. A lot of different leaders through this one, lots of action all race. Who do you want to thank you for helping you get out here each week?
Well, No Bucks Motorsports and Dominion Motorsports. So Christian, Chad, Don Manning, the winner, just, Bluey, of course, on the car. But yeah, I just really got to give props to Don. He ran a great race, did a good job saving his tires, and he was very fast when he needed to be in the short run too. That was just really good, clean racing, and I love to see it. And thanks for you for, kind of running the show here tonight.
All right, Sean, thanks a lot, and we'll see you on Sunday for the truck race.
Yep, sure thing.
All right, that was tonight's runner-up, Sean Purcell. Let's see if we can get a word with tonight's winner, Don Manning. Hey, Don, it's Nathan in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do, man.
Hey, Don, first off, congratulations on that victory. I think it was a little harder in those last couple of laps than you wanted to make it, bouncing off the wall there in turn 2, but still held on for the big win.
Yeah, I thought I had messed it up, and it's one of those I could maybe save it from the wall, but backing off, that Sean would have caught back up to me, and it would have made it interesting anyways to get through there. So, but yeah, that was fun racing. It was matched up. I got into him in turn 3. He got a little squirrely going in, and I didn't have anywhere to go, but it ended up working out okay. So it was good.
All right, it's great to have you in the series, and congrats on the win. Who do you want to thank for helping you get out here this week?
Thanks. Hey, thanks to our team owner Peter and everybody else. Folks in our race with, obviously, No Bucks Motorsports, part of the company that I run, to go through that, and then just partners that we have for both real life and in here. So AMSOIL, NGK Spark Plugs, and Scratch Labs and Surface Sunscreen.
All right, thanks again, Don. Have a great night, and we'll hopefully see you back next Thursday.
Thanks. Should be back.
All right. There's the interview from your top 3 drivers tonight. Let's see if we can find our final results for tonight's event. So, winning tonight's event by a mere 0.120 seconds is the... Oop, that's qualifying results. That's not what we want. How about this? Race results. There we go. Tonight's winner, Don Manning in the 92 Ford for No Bucks Motorsports, winning over his teammate in the 04 No Bucks Motorsports machine, and then the No Bucks Motorsports number 13. So 3 for 3 for No Bucks Motorsports on top of the podium tonight. Great job for them out there on the track. And then we had Cameron Harris, the pole sitter and early race leader, finishing 4th. Larry Garns finishing 1 lap down in 6th. Tyrone Yo with some unfortunate luck in the middle part of the race there, with the 92 just losing control and coming up and wiping out both himself, the Tyrone, and Eli, unfortunately, who finishes in 7th. And then Travis Rodriguez had to leave the race early, but he was out there and a strong competitor while he was running. So I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Unfortunately, again, not live this week. We'll try to get back live next week. Had a little bit of technical difficulties getting it set up. So we'll be back next week for the next event, which is from Richmond Raceway, 150 laps next Thursday night, March 2nd. Remember to tune in and follow along, and we'll see you next week.
Back to more racing action right after this. This race brought to you in part by Johnny Arnson Designs. Find jewelry creations for 3 generations. Appointments are recommended. You can call 517-669-1944. Once again, that's 517-669-1944. John E. Arnson Designs, 209 South Bridge Street, DeWitt, Michigan. John E. Arnson, creating and designing unique jewelry since 1957.
Is your vehicle looking a little tired?
It's Resurrection Detail to the rescue. No job too large or small, Resurrection Detail is ready to put your vehicle back in the spotlight. Take advantage of Resurrection Detail's mobile service and get a service call done on your time. Call 540-894-6411 for estimates and appointments, or simply direct message them on Facebook. Resurrection Detail, bring your vehicle back from the dead. Now back to trackside action with the ORR Lawn Care Truck Racing Series of the All-American Racing League.